November, I was running around the forest, slicing up the queen of traps, leaving the blood of November.
Ow, wow, blood of the November.
That's
Yeah.
in the November.
This game is really dark. Like, this is what we said earlier.
This is-
Defender of the Crown meets
Crusader Kings
a fairy tale.
meets Mountain Blade.
And we
or
mean a
Mount
real fairy tale.
Blade.
so-
Not the Disney version or the anime.
Yes, the original version from the 12th century. The bloody one.
The grim.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. This game reminds me of, like, what if Baldur's Gate involved you running around the map in the trees? Like, to me, it's like a tree running game from what I saw. And like when you went inside the buildings, like it would turn, and it's like, oh, suddenly I'm in the castle. But like you can't actually interact with the environment once you go inside, right?
No,
kinda weird.
you can go inside and you can interact with certain things. That's why I give it that's why I'm giving it more of a comparison to the Mount Blade series because
And then you suddenly stumbled in like this area, and there's like 30 guys hacking away.
I'll get to that later.
Yeah,
But
okay.
like you go like basically it's like you have this entire map. You run around in it. People run up to you and you get side quests and all that. Kind of like in Mount Blade. But like the battle is more like Age of Wonders.
This reminds me of Armello without animals, but like even darker, or like
The tone,
Crimson.
yes.
Darkest what? Not Darkest Crimson.
Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon.
You're thinking of the DLC Crimson Throne.
Yeah. Okay. It reminds me of that, but like a grittier, the Dark Knight version of that. But this game doesn't give you any idea
You
of
can
what
get
you're-
more grittier than Darkest
doesn't give you
Dungeon.
any idea of what you are supposed to do. So we're just running around like, oh, there's a person in the forest. Let's talk to them.
Oh no, I think there is an idea of what you can do. Like in the game, you're given invitations to go over to people's houses, to people's castles.
So it's a wine and dining game.
Yeah, I think the idea is you go over to them, you hear their side of the story, and then you decide to lend your sword to them.
Yeah,
to,
you're the last person that's
hasn't taken a side yet, so
Yeah.
you have to like.
be neutral, and like you have to make a decision.
So you either have to bend the knee, or if I'm looking at the right way, you can be the guy who will take on everyone.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of Tyranny.
It's kind of like Tyranny a bit. Tyranny, I think,
Okay, I'm adding this to my wish
it's got
list.
sharper graphics, and Tyranny was just bleak. Like, this is dark, but the actual text isn't dark. Like, the actual writing is...
Well, it's a low fantasy intrigue sort of thing, so you have to be thinking Game of Thrones, basically.
This game usually goes for $1 or so. That's what I've noticed. Like, I don't know what the original price is, $5, maybe $10. I'm totally wrong, but
I have to search
I think I
this.
got it for like 50 cents to $1. So it's like, oh, this is so different from what we normally
Let me guess,
play.
you got it in a bundle, right?
No, it was just on sale on Indeed Gala for like 90% off or something.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
The game's like, what, 7 years old? So you can see, I was surprised. When it was loading, like, I'm expecting it to load something like an intro or something that
You can
would
currently get
require
it
loading.
for $9.99.
Okay, but when it's on sale, which it usually is, it's like $1.
Yeah, because it's usually
I thought it was
like,
gonna be loading like this grand area, and like then it's just loading this a lot of trees. So it's like a tree loading game.
well, yeah, and you can't really go through the trees. Like you'd think like the trees aren't literal walls. You can just walk through the trees like you're walking through a forest, and it would just take. That's what they did in Mount Blade, where you can go through the forest, but it takes less. It takes more time because you're actually trekking through the actual forest.
I like this. I just find like the fact that you don't really know what you're doing, and some people may like that. I find it so comical. We just stumbled on a whole army and just got slain by like 30 people.
Yeah, this game has like if you don't know what you're doing, this game is gonna.
And it's funny because it's like replay battle. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna die again. What's the point of replaying this battle? Like, why don't you take me back to the castle or back to the forest where I can hide or whatever?
Take me back to a pretty nice city where the grass is green and girls are pretty.
other girls in this game, other than
the character we get to.
I don't. So far,
There
we
was
haven't
one character that we were invited to, like, who was supposed to be a woman. So, but we haven't actually met her. So.
I'd say if it's on discount for $1, it's really amusing. $9 seems kind of high for value factor. I don't know.
$9 is like a $10 game.
Because there's so many options for. There's so many games that are $10 or less, especially on sale. It's hard to recommend this game for like more than
Fair enough.
$5. That's
I still give it my recommendation because this is a grand strategy game
give
for
it
me.
2 swords up.
And yeah, 2 swords way up for this game.
Way up there, Marty.
Way up there.
Okay. All right. You done?
Yep.
All right. Keep on gaming.